Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up on The Devil's Details, send this email to 3 more churches or the world will end. Revelation chapter 3. Good morning, Star, and welcome to another episode of The Devil's Details, a show where we dig up, decipher, dissect, and deconstruct the many forms of the devil. One of my names is Lester Ryan Clark.
And I sometimes go by Keenan Diaz.
And we're just 2 lost souls hitchhiking down the highway to hell. Last time, you'll remember, folks, we had cracked the book of Revelation, or was that 2 episodes ago?
We're still cracking it.
Yeah, we're still cracking. But no, we are on chapter 3 of Revelation, where we are finishing up with Jesus's letter written by John to those seven churches. Feel like I'm back in Vegas. But yeah, these are the final 3 churches that Jesus wants John to write to.
Mm-hmm. It says, write this down.
Yes. So again, this is, if we're taking this seriously, this part of the Bible, this is like more Jesus than the Jesus parts.
Right. Firsthand Jesus.
Yes, because he literally told John to write this down.
Right.
It wasn't like a passerby named Luke or Matthew or Mark or another John who like heard him say a parable and wrote it. This is Jesus saying, this is Jesus looking over this John's shoulder and be like, make sure you got that. Make sure you got that. Right.
And like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. That makes you sound real fire-eyed and mouth-sorted.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, let's get into this chapter. So the first church we got is Sardis. It says, and unto the angel of the church in Sardis, write, these things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. So your works aren't complete before God. Wake up and strengthen what remains. Or, quote, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. So only a few haven't defiled their garments. They'll walk with me in white.
That's a threat. By Jesus.
Yeah. Going to come upon you like a thief. Yeah. Is that so? I'm assuming that's another kind of like, he came like a thief in the night. Like,
I think that's exactly what it means, which is to murder you, right?
Right. And of course, right. Thou shalt not know know what hour I will come.
Right.
That's another thing from Revelation. Right. So yeah. So that's to Sardis. So Sardis, better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout. Because sword mouth Jesus is coming to town.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, okay, everyone thinks that you're alive. I know that you're spiritually dead. And if you don't become spiritually alive, I will make you physically dead.
Yes. Yeah. And then to Philadelphia, which means brotherly love, by the way. He says, you have little strength, but you've kept my word and not denied my name. Quote, behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. Right. So I'll make those from the synagogue of Satan come and acknowledge that I loved you. Hold fast. I'm coming quickly. To those who overcome, quote, I will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. Okay, so a little bit better.
Yeah, he likes them a little bit more.
Yeah, right. And
then they're like weak of body but strong of spirit.
Right. They seem to be losing a battle in Philadelphia, and but he's like, hold fast. I'm coming. I'm going to help you. Right. And then Laodicea, I think.
I couldn't figure out how to say that.
Laodicea, maybe. Maybe.
I like that.
Yeah. He says, quote, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So you say, I am rich and increased with goods and have need of nothing. But you don't realize you're actually wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. Buy from me the true gold, white garments, and eye salve. And then he says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. There's another one. If any hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. Okay, so there's another very, very common image there, right?
Right.
Standing at the door and knocking. Yeah. Okay, all right. So
you got that's the guy at the office who's a hugger and you're not. and he puts his hands out and he's like, all you got to do, I'm opening the door. All you got to do is come over and open it here and give me a big old hug. I'm ready for you.
Yeah. But he doesn't know how to control the sword coming out of his mouth. So,
No.
Pokes you in the eye kind of.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So our own personal experience with this, again, I have none. This part of Revelation, these Jesus and John writing to these churches.
Nope. You mean this stuff, the stuff that's the important part, and then
Yes.
all we remember is the other part that's nowhere near as
The
important to
wicked
John.
metal part with the horseman and the beast. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The part that John doesn't really think is that important.
Yeah. Right.
No.
No. But yeah, okay. Let's get into this. Let's look at the popular versus scholarly interpretations.
All right.
Okay. So let's look at the popular one. This is the one that most people, if they think of it at all, is what they think of, right? So they're thinking, chapter 3 completes the 7 letters, and the popular readings of these final 3 churches are especially influential in our old friend American evangelicalism. That sounds evangelical, but evangelicalism. But it's like so. Catholicism, I'm a Catholic, right? Protestantism, well, that one sounds weird. I'm a Protestant, right? I'm an evangelical.
Yeah.
I practice evangelicalism. Okay, well, now it sounds better. Okay. I just had to walk through
slow.
it. Yeah. It sounded like evangelicalism. I don't know.
You just had to come on in.
Yes.
Knock in here on the door.
Knocking and yeah.
All you got to do is turn the knob.
What?
That's what the hugger guy said.
Okay. All right. All you got to do is say, "Who's there?" for me to finish this joke. Now, knock, knock. Who's there? You are neither hot nor cold.
No, that's the other church.
And because you are lukewarm, I will spew you. No. Okay. But no, let's talk about Sardis first, right? The quote-unquote dead church, right? This is the church that looks alive but is actually dead. In popular interpretation, Sardis represents liberal mainline churches with good reputations but no quote-unquote real faith. Churches with programs and buildings but no spiritual vitality or, quote, cultural Christianity going through the motion. So like just kind of like doing the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Maybe outreach more than inreach.
Aha, yes, right? So the warning, Jesus' warning, I will come as a thief, gets connected to rapture theology. Jesus will return unexpectedly, and this church will be...
Do you have a special effect there for us?
No, I'm trying to do a bit. Like I'm gone. Like the rapture happened.
Oh, I thought we were pausing so that we would say at the same time we would be.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Left behind.
Geez, I don't know which one to go for, so I guess we're just going to have to do both.
Yeah. But no, that's the idea. Is that so he will come like a thief in the night and rapture up the good folks,
right?
Because that's what thieves do.
Well, that's the debate that we had before.
Aw, the hamburger didn't steal my hamburgers.
It must not have been worthy.
Oh.
That's the debate that we had before with that imagery of a thief coming in the night and like who is taken and who is left and the people who read it as the rapture, the people who are left behind are the ones who are not favored. But
right.
But probably it's actually the opposite in the scholarly interpretation that this is people who are taken are killed.
Right.
Not saved by God.
Exactly. Right. This would be more. It's like I will come like Santa Claus in the night. Yeah.
Right. And we'll not kill you unless you don't leave cookies and milk.
Yeah.
then all bets are off. I'm in your house and you're vulnerable. And who's to say what happens?
I am the
Lord.
Lord.
Who's gonna believe you? That Santa Claus killed you?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Santa Claus came in and he had a sword coming out of his mouth, Your Honor. No. But yeah. Okay. Well. So that's the popular interpretation that he's talking about the rapture, right?
Right.
But yeah, let's talk about this this Philadelphia, the faithful remnant. So this church gets only commendation. I've never actually seen that or had to read that word before.
Okay,
because they're being commended, right?
You always get condemnation.
Right, exactly, right. I'm more used to condemnation, right? Yeah. So no criticism. So evangelical churches often identify themselves. Of course they do. We're like Philadelphia, right? We're small but faithful. Small, really, Kenneth Copeland? Small but faithful with your private jets. Come on. Yeah. Right. So the open door imagery, right? This is interpreted as a missionary opportunity or access to heaven, of course. The faithful church will be removed before the tribulation is the idea.
Right. So the faithful remnant is used a couple times in the Bible, and it's like Noah and his family are referred to that way. And then in the book about the rapture, the leftovers. Actually, I don't know if it's about the book or the TV show, but in the TV show, the people who were left behind, part of them form a new cult, and they call themselves the guilty remnant as a play on that.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. And then we got Laodicea or Laodicea.
I'm going to let you try to pronounce that one from the rest of the episode.
I like both of them, We just call it the lukewarm church.
Oh, yes, lukewarmies.
Yeah, all right. This is the most famous letter in American Christianity.
Okay.
This has entered the cultural lexicon as the ultimate Christian insult.
Ah, okay.
I wasn't aware of this.
Well, maybe they're criticizing you Christianly behind your back.
Oh, yeah, right?
Christian insult. Great, good.
Evangelically. Right? Christianly, yeah. So lukewarm.
But Christian insult is an oxymoron, I would think. But
yes.
It should
definitely.
be.
Right? Yeah. So lukewarm equals like not passionate enough about Jesus, right? Mediocre faith, right? I would thou wert cold or hot, right? So God prefers outright atheists to wishy-washy Christians. Interesting. Yeah, I've never come across that interpretation.
Well, we have encountered that a little bit before, where some Christian sects they would rather deal with heathens, that is like Muslims or Jews, than they would deal with heretics, right? Because heretics, to be a heretic is a worse sin because you are so close to being a Christian in the proper way that you must be tricked by the devil into being pretending or being halfway put there.
Yeah, you are willfully going against a God that you know is God.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So it's like. I see. Okay. Yeah. I think we did talk about this in our Dante season, just about, quote unquote pagan or heathen being, it's like, oh, they don't know any better. They worship this God or that God. They've never even heard of our God. Right.
Yeah. So either we could convert them easier because, we teach them what Christianity is, and of course they'll accept Christianity.
Of course.
And
who wouldn't?
It's going to be right. And it's going to be our version of it. Or we don't have to deal with them at all. We could just kill them.
Versus like this other branch of Christianity that we deem as heretical, right? So like the Protestants would look at the Catholics that way, and the Catholics would look at the Protestants that way, and the evangelicals would look at everybody else that way, maybe.
Right.
But I also from like just my personal spin on this would be like talking about would be those fake Christians, right? The ones who say "Lord, Lord," but do not practice, the works, the good works. The ones who are sort of like surfacey Christian, but don't actually walk the walk, right? Versus, folks in real life, I know atheists who are. And I think I've said this before, more Christian than some Christians I know. I remember, what was it? It was a couple years ago. Ian was telling me about this backpack project. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
It was like a great, wonderful, caring, giving project where he was like making backpacks for the homeless community and packing them with like all sorts of goodies and survival items and things like that. And he was he would tell us about it in the group chat, and he was so excited about like getting this. I don't want to say business because that makes it sound like
an operation, though.
Yeah, like this operation, like up and running, right. and he was updating us about it all the time, and like it was such a like what Christians would think a Christian is supposed to do, but our buddy Ian's an atheist, and he's out there doing the work.
Right.
But yeah, so the overall popular framework: Sardis is dead, Laodicea is lukewarm, Philadelphia is faithful.
Right.
BuzzFeed, which kind of church are you?
That's right. So Philadelphia has the "I stand at the door and knock" quote. I did see this. You're an In-N-Out fan? In-N-Out Burger?
Sure. Not as much as most other LA folks, but yeah.
Sure. The hamburger wrappers of In-N-Out have the text Revelation 3:20.
You're shitting me.
No, so it just quotes that. So that is, I don't eat burgers in it. I don't eat burgers, so whenever In-N-Out just shakes and fries. But so that is 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me.
Wait, is it like
In-N-Out 3:20?
Is it like because I know, what's it called? Like Chick-fil-A is all, about the Christian thing.
Uh-huh.
You're saying In-N-Out is like that too?
Oh, In-N-Out, definitely. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, they have, they've got, oh, shoot, what do they have on their fries and and their shakes? I have seen that one before, but because I hadn't seen burgers, I didn't look this one up. I don't eat burgers, so let's see what they have here. John 3:16, of course. Yes, John 3:16 is on the cups. So that one I know. For he so loved the earth that he gave his only begotten son, etc.
Okay. There are a couple of things I need to unpack right now.
Okay.
I'm going through a crisis. Firstly, In-N-Out is such like an LA staple.
Yeah.
I did not pin it as like this uber religious establishment.
Yeah, they're pretty religious.
That is so, because I'm just picturing all the surfers dude, you got to go to In-N-Out. They make their fries whoa. And also John 3:16, what?
Yes, I think those are fairly innocuous quotes, though. It's not like
sure.
It's not like that you're eating from it and it says, a woman should be subservient to her husband.
But any if Pizza Hut was hey, Matthew 4 verse 7 through 8, I'd be what the hell, Pizza Hut? Now if it was Dante chapter 3, I'd be hey, okay, But that just I never clocked In-N-Out as a religious an establishment, and I guess this is this shows how little I go to In-N-Out. Damn, okay.
I just don't eat the burgers. Well,
yeah.
Because we might have some listeners who are versed in the Bible. Let's see what Lester randomly conjured up here when he said Matthew 4, 7 through 8. So let's say this is on the.
This is what Pizza Hut says.
Pizza Hut has on their boxes. All right. Jesus said unto him, "It is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God." Oh, this is. That's you and your temptations with...
That's the devil. Oh, my gosh.
And 8, again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. That's every time you order Pizza Hut, looking back at you.
A long, long time ago, it was my first attempt at a meme. It was the Gustave Doré picture of Jesus and Satan up at the top, on the mountain overlooking all the kingdoms of the world. And Satan's kind of got his hand stretched out before. It's look at all of this, right? And he's kind of below Jesus, and Jesus is turned away. And I photoshopped a pizza covering up all the kingdoms of the world, and Jesus turning away. And it was kind of my meme for because I had just lost a lot of weight, and I was, saying you got to avoid temptation. But wow, folks, I didn't even that was Luke. I forgot it already. What was it?
Matthew 4, 7, and 8.
Okay, well there we go.
So let's see. So In-N-Out has John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. They have Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. All right, Proverbs 24:16. For a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity.
Okay.
Luke 6:35.
Wait, is that on the fries?
They're everywhere, I guess.
The calamity. I wasn't keeping track. Is that why the shake machine's always broken?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me look up this last Luke 1.
Okay.
On. But love ye your enemies and do good and lend, hoping for nothing again, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest, for he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
Okay. Well,
so
these
are I'd say non-controversial verses to put in their hamburger garbage wrappers to be cast into the trash instantly.
Gosh.
Yeah, but this, from what I'm seeing here, on all of the hamburger and cheeseburger wrappers, it is this Revelation 3:20.
So, is everybody who goes to In-N-Out, are they just all like super religious, or is that why everyone?
At all.
Okay,
no,
okay.
People just go and eat the burgers.
Okay, I guess, and just getting a little bit of Jesus with their meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't see that. Yeah.
I did not know. I feel ashamed as an LA person not knowing about this. But I'm definitely having some Pizza Hut tonight. My goodness. Wow. Okay. Well. Okay. So let's look at what is actually happening in these three cities in the 90s CE. It's the 90s.
Only 90s kids understand.
Yeah, right? Take this test about these three churches, right? Who is listening to New Kids on the Block? That's 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The right stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but so again, like we often will read them these churches as being symbolic of modern day churches. So is your church down the street being a Laodicea
or a Sardis,
or a Sardis, right?
Or
a Smyrna, right?
Or a Smyrna, yeah, right.
But these are real places with real problems, according to John. Which is not his real name, but I was going to say the real John, but no, that's not his real name.
Right.
But this one guy had real opinions about these real places and wasn't using them metaphorically.
Right. And these were real issues which were not like ongoing. They were meant to be solved.
Right.
And we assume that they were, at the end of this, after this, email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But yeah, let's look at Sardis. So this is from verses
because otherwise that would mean that his unsolicited feedback about how they're doing their business was neither needed nor useful.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't want to think about that.
Yeah. His letter to the editor of these churches, right, that didn't ask for his help, just went on living their lives.
Yeah. Is this less of an email and more of a Yelp review? Lukewarm. Yeah, they're really good burgers. Anyway, okay, yeah, so let's look at Sardis. So Sardis had a glorious past, but was living on the faded glory. It had been the capital of the ancient Lydian kingdom, where King Croesus famously minted the first coins.
Okay.
But by John's time, it was a second-tier city. Sardis had once been conquered because guards fell asleep. Once by Cyrus the Persian. I don't think he called himself that.
You don't call yourself Lester the American?
No. I call myself Lester the Canadian these days. No. And once by Antiochus the Third. He probably called himself that. Oh, is this the holy hand grenade of Antioch?
I don't know if
Antiochus?
Antiochus is from Antioch. I did not look that up.
I mean, it's just missing the us.
Right. You see what this is missing, baby.
Yeah.
Us.
But yeah, this city sat on a seemingly impregnable acropolis, but had a history of false security leading to catastrophic defeat. Yeah. So here's the situation. Jesus says, you have a reputation, this is onoma, right, a name, that you are alive, but you're dead. The Greek word for dead here is nekros. I think, yeah, that's pretty obvious. Spiritually lifeless. So this church has maintained its public standing but has no vitality. Unlike the other churches, there's no mention of external persecution or internal conflict. The problem is apathy and complacency. So they're not being threatened. They're just asleep.
And they should learn their lesson after being invaded twice while falling asleep, but they haven't.
Yes, right. Quote, I have not found your works perfect, right? The word here is, I'm going to try this Greek word. Pepleromena. Would you like pepleromenas on your pizza?
I'm so sorry. You're saying I feel myself on this episode. You're trying to say these words, and I'm just closing
my
mouth.
Laughing at me.
No, not even. I'm just clamping my mouth down, trying not to get caught up in this and do it myself. Like, no, step aside here. I'm just terrified of you saying, how would you pronounce that? Keenan?
Yeah. Well, it makes it sound like you know it, and you're just not giving me the information.
No. These are consonants that shouldn't go together in this order. Yeah.
Where is Dimmy's mother when we need her? Like, obviously you say pepleromena. Yeah.
I believe that she's in hell sucking cocks.
That's right. We forgot. Okay. Right. But this means like fulfilled or completed, right? So I have not found your works pepleromena. Right? Before God. So their actions are complete. They're unfinished. They're half-hearted. Right? And he says, I will come as a thief, right? That's verse 3. This isn't rapture language in context. So given Sardis' history of being conquered while sleeping, this is a pointed metaphor, right? Just like your city was conquered twice because you didn't stay alert, I'll come upon you unexpectedly if you don't wake up.
Right.
Get woke.
Wake in his fist. Yeah.
Right? The Greek hos kieptis, like a thief. Hos kieptis. Thief. It's like a thief.
We don't have a lot of KLs in English anymore.
Oh,
klept it. Like a thief.
Oh, no!
Maniac.
Welcome to this episode where we discover things in real time. It's like, hey,
where we discover that our language is based on Greek.
Yeah, right.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So emphasizes the unexpected nature, right? So I'm gonna klepto your stuff. Yeah. So, quote, few names in Sardis have not defiled their garments. So the Greek word molinio, to defile, right, suggests ritual
Like molest.
Oh.
We're learning.
Yeah, we are.
Things we already know. All right. Yay.
Learning, and it feels icky. Garments, right, himatia, likely refers to baptismal robes. So they've stained their Christian identity through compromise,
Right.
Though the text doesn't specify how.
Yeah, we're probably helping the poor and stuff like that.
Yeah, and or like, I don't know, participating in that Roman cult that the other ones were doing.
I wonder about that. They don't, if he doesn't call out why, I'm not sure. Yeah,
doesn't really talk about that Roman cult anymore.
That's a pretty that's a pretty good trump card there, and you're not worshiping Jesus in your churches. You're worshiping the emperor. Yeah,
right. Yeah. The promise of white garments, right? Hematios lekois connects to purity and victory. So in Roman triumphal processions, victors wore white.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that like the original word for triumph.
Is what?
That was an actual thing. Like you would be led in triumph through the streets wasn't a good thing. What's his name? Cassius says it to Brutus. It's like, do you really want to lose this war and be led in triumph? Behind Caesar's armies. And what he's talking about is a triumph was a noun. It was a parade that the victor would have, and they would march through the streets and. Like if you were the losers, you would be in the triumph, like near the end, and you'd be like a mocking decoration. It's like, hey, look at these guys, we got them. Now they're in chains, and it's like a parade of embarrassment. So it's like a parade of triumph for you. Like you won, so you'd be at the front. Caesar would be like, hey, Caesar, all that. But then in the back, like they'd be like throwing like tomatoes at you. Well, no, not tomatoes, because they hadn't been introduced.
No, they're from America.
Yeah, right.
Well, while we're doing this stuff, do you know how they used to get their garments nice and white in Rome?
I'm afraid to ask. How?
Laundry was usually done using human urine.
Interesting.
So they would collect human urine, and there are people whose job it was to go to the baths and places and get the urine and then store them, and then they would keep long enough that they would become, I guess, like acidy, like vinegary or something, and that's how they would do laundry there. Yeah.
Oh, is that why? Okay, because I heard you're not supposed to mix ammonia with bleach. And there's ammonia in urine.
Oh, that must be it. It is ammonia.
Because that creates like mustard gas or something close to mustard gas. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's gross. Why doesn't he write about that? It's like, stop peeing on your clothes. No,
that's the only thing they can do. He knows better.
Yeah. Okay, so that's white garments. Okay, we got this. We got some Book of Life imagery here, right? This is a Jewish concept from Exodus, chapter 32, verses 32 to 33. Also in Daniel 12:1, Psalm 69, verse 28. So it's like the register of the righteous, right? To quote, confess their name before the Father, recalls Jesus' promise in Matthew 10:32. Those who confess Jesus will be confessed by him. So you'll be in the book of life.
Yeah, in the King James it says, I will not blot out your name out of the book of life.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about what's really happening. So Sardis isn't facing the external pressures of the other churches. They've likely achieved comfortable accommodation with their culture. No one's bothering them because they've become indistinguishable from their surroundings. They have a reputation. They are respectable. They are surviving. But they've lost their witness. They're the church that's so well adjusted to empire that they've ceased to be church.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the church of Theseus.
Right. You might say that there's nothing going wrong, so maybe you should leave them alone. But John says no.
There's nothing going right.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. If it ain't broken, it's broken. Is the saying there. Okay, but let's look at Philadelphia. Right. So the city, not our city, right?
No.
This is modern Alasehir in Turkey, in modern-day Turkey. This was founded in 140 BCE and named for the loyalty, Philadelphia, brotherly love, between two brothers. The city was in an earthquake zone. Massive quake in 17 CE destroyed it, and the aftershocks continued for years. That's still is so weird for me that aftershocks can like continue that long. You know,
Oh, for years.
Yeah.
Okay, I assume that was, them embellishing, but
for 40 days, for 40 years, and 49. Yeah. Right.
but yeah, like it might have been several earthquakes. That's possible.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, so many residents lived in temporary shelters outside the city walls because the buildings just kept collapsing. So the city was rebuilt with imperial help and temporarily renamed. Okay. It translates to New Caesar City.
All right.
And I see Caesar in there.
I see Neo.
Neo Caesarea. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
I see Area.
Yeah.
I see Caesar. I see Neo.
Neo Caesarea.
Yeah, there we
Neo
go.
Caesarea. Okay. Neo Caesarea. Hey, we're going to Neo Caesarea. The city's so nice they named it once. Because it was really hard to name.
Yeah, we stopped calling it that.
Yeah. We just call it NC.
Right. And it's not called Philadelphia today. It's something in Turkish like Ala Sehir.
Yes.
So you can't go to Philadelphia anymore.
Right.
Because we got it.
We got it.
We stole it.
Jeez.
It's a pretty good name.
Okay.
Not that we call it that. We call it Philly.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the city's so nice we don't even say its name. I don't even know. That's not even a Philly accent. I don't know.
Philly just means brother, I guess. Philadelphia's brother, loving brother. So
yeah,
just brother.
So when we're saying Philly, we're kind of saying bro.
Yeah, going to bro.
Going to bro. Okay. I've not seen the movie Philadelphia, but I saw it was either Mad TV or SNL. They did a 90s action figure commercial with the characters of Philadelphia.
That's funny. That sounds like Mad TV. Yeah.
It was hilarious. And then the very, and like all the characters, they were dressed up in suits, but they were shooting like, lasers and fireballs and stuff like that. And the very end it was just a kid looking at the screen going, Philadelphia. Like they would do in the Sega commercial. Sega!
I see, yes.
But now, whenever I see Philadelphia, I think of that. I have neither been to the city, nor have seen the movie.
Oh, I guess it is SNL. Yeah. That's a little edgier. I thought it was Mad TV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got little Jason Robards tall as the bad guy, and that's very funny.
Closest I ever got was when I had a Philly steak and cheese once. I think that was when I was working at Subway. Okay, what Bible verses does Subway? Wait. Let me do. Mark 4, 16 through 18. What does Subway Eat Fresh say?
16.
What good news?
And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Oh. Hey, well, there we go. That's 16 through 18?
That's just 16.
Okay, well, it's 17 and 8. I received it with gladness. Come on.
And they have no root in themselves, and so endure, but for a time afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And these are they which are sown amongst thorns, such as hear the word. And the rest of the sentence goes on, but that's not what you asked for.
Hey, do you feel like you have no root? Receive with gladness the foot long.
$5
with some chips and a drink.
$5 foot long.
But yeah, okay. Context is crucial for understanding the imagery that John is using for Philadelphia, right? So Philadelphia is the second church with Smyrna that receives no criticism, only encouragement. They have, quote, little strength, right? Mikran dynamin.
Microdynamism.
Oh, yeah. There we go, right? They are small, weak, marginal, but they've kept my word and not denied my name, end quote. Yeah. So we mentioned the key of David, right? It opens a door and no one shuts it, right? This quotes Isaiah 22:22, very convenient, 22:22, referring to Eliakim, who held authority over the king's household. In context, it means Jesus has authority over who's in and who's out of God's kingdom, not Caesar, right? Not the synagogue leaders denouncing them, not anyone else, just Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
He that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth.
Yeah, there we go. Right. So the open door imagery, right? Given the Philadelphia context, this likely isn't primarily about missionary opportunity. The Greek tyran eneogmenen, right? Opened door. May refer to access, security, and permanence. For a community living in tents because their buildings keep collapsing, the promise of an open door that no one can shut would resonate deeply. You will have secure access to God's house.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the synagogue of Satan. Same situation as Smyrna, right? Like this intra-Jewish conflict, right? Jewish Christians in Philadelphia are being denounced by other Jews. The promise is that I will make them come and bow, proskinezo, right? Oh, like proselytize, at your feet and know that I have loved you. Okay, so this reverses Isaiah 60:14, where nations bow to Israel. John is saying those denouncing you now will eventually recognize that God is with you. So this isn't about Christians lording it over Jews generally. It's about vindication in a specific local conflict.
Right. These both sides are Jews in this case.
Right, exactly.
Right. They didn't think of themselves as Christians separate yet. Right.
Yeah. It mentions the hour of trial, right? The perasmos, coming upon the whole world, right? So the Greek oikomene, in inhabited world, right? Often meant the Roman Empire specifically, right? This is the coming intensification of persecution under Rome, not a far future tribulation.
Yeah, this one I can see where this reads as or if you already believe in a rapture and a tribulation, I could see how this would feel like that, because it's very similar to the ideas of the rapture. So this is going to happen. I will keep you from there. I will steal you out before this happens. But this is an entirely different thing.
Yeah, and I do remember in Shakespeare, like, again, Julius Caesar, Cassius saying, like, until then, think of the world. And I need to research this a little bit better, but it feels like Caesar and then also just like the rest of Rome referred to themselves as the world. So when something was happening within Rome, they would say it's like the whole world has been thrown in chaos, or, because they get because we are the world. Right. We are the children. It's like, what else is there? There's nothing like what are you talking about outside of Rome? That's not the world. That's just like the wastes, Yeah. So when they say it's going to encompass the whole world, or you will be protected from the world, or anything, talking about the world, let's remember that's how Rome saw itself, was the world, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Caesar's up there, with Rose at the bow of the Titanic, and
right. I'm Caesar of the world.
I always mix those up. Yeah. Right. But yeah, so I will keep you from, right? Like out of. So does this mean removal before or preservation through?
Right.
Right. So the Greek is ambiguous, but given the overall pattern of Revelation, right, like martyrdom as victory, not escape, it more likely means I'll preserve you through the trial. Right. So hold fast, stand firm. I'm not going to remove you before it starts. Right. So pre-tribulation rapture theology reads later theology back into this verse, I think.
Right, yeah. And this, again, I could see how that is right there. But if you read 3:9 and 3:10 together, where it is, you hold tight, and then the Jews who are currently mad at you, they will see that you're right. And similarly, the empire that is attacking you, they will see that you're right. That just makes sense. It's not about a rapture if you read them together.
Right. Yeah. So the whole kind of message is like hold firm, relief is coming soon. Even talking about like the pillar in the temple, right? For earthquake survivors, this is powerful imagery, right? Pillars kept collapsing in Philadelphia, right? So the promise, you'll be a permanent pillar in God's temple, right? Never shaken, never going out, all right? This is specifically tailored for them.
Right. That's interesting. What the president says, he says, bad things happen in Philadelphia. And that became like a resistance metaphor in Philadelphia during the last term. I drew pictures of Gritty. I was like, bad things happen in Philadelphia. Here's Gritty.
We're talking about our current president, right?
Yes. Current and future president.
Jesus, help us!
Right, but bad things happen in Philadelphia. Yeah. Gritty lives there.
Yep. When we get to the Antichrist, I'll have more to say. Let's talk about this, so the triple name writing, right? So name of my God, name of the city of my God, right? New Jerusalem, right? And my new name, right? So this is identity language. Philadelphia was renamed, right? Neo Caesarea.
Hey,
we got
New
it.
Caesar area.
Caesar area, right? to honor Caesar. The promise, you'll bear God's name, not Caesar's, right? That's the promise, right? Your identity is secure in God's city, not the emperor's.
Right.
Yeah. I think we talked in our Exorcist show, we talked about how important names were, and you belonging to the name and the name belonging to you, and then you belonging to you being named by somebody else, and that means that they they own you, but like in a protective, like parental way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but also in later theology, you knowing the name of the demon that is befalling you, or
Right.
you knowing the name of God, and that works as like the shibboleth of this idea of like you use the right terms for things. I know that you're part of our in group.
Right. Yeah. Right. And being protected or having control over the demon in that context. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about what's really happening in this city, right? This small, literally shaken community, right? Living in tents, denounced by the synagogue, right? Economically marginal, right? Physically vulnerable, right? It receives total affirmation. You're weak by empire standards, but you've remained faithful. Just hold on. You'll be secure pillars in God's unshakable kingdom. Is what they're trying to say. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's talk about Laodicea. Right? Or Laodicea, the self-satisfied church, right? So we got the city, right? Laodicea was wealthy. It was prosperous. It was self-sufficient. It was a banking center, manufactured valuable black wool garments. Okay, I'm very scared to ask. I know how they make white garments. Because you just told me.
But luckily, black wool does come from black sheep. And
there we go. Okay.
That's a.
So
I think that's still a big deal in Turkey. Is the black wool they produce there?
Okay, so they don't got to do anything to it. All right, good. Okay. Yeah. So famous for its black wool garments, and it had a famous medical school that produced an eye salve, Colurion. For dry, crusty eyes, try Colurion. What happened to Ben Stein?
What happened to him?
Yeah. Damn near killed him.
He went pretty crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just had fewer and fewer friends. Maybe he was always crazy, but
maybe.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know why he's not more loud right now. I think he was. I don't know how much you want to get into this.
for an eye salve joke.
I think he would fit in today with other conservative bomb-throwing voices. So I don't know why he's not big right now. But he was not quite canceled, but gradually people were like, oh, I didn't know you were that kind of guy. And they just stopped casting him in things. But this was like, up into the 2010s or so. So I don't know what. I feel like if he had done that, 10 years later, he would have been a superstar amongst the MAGA right. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay.
So I don't know why I don't know where he is now. No.
I remember Win Ben Stein's money. And I remember, unless I'm misremembering this, him getting things wrong more often than he got them right.
No, he was pretty good.
Okay. I also remember him talking about like Nixon favorably. Like I think he worked for Nixon.
He worked for Nixon. He was a speechwriter for Nixon. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
did he in the parentheticals? Did he have to add the like?
It's like, oh, Dick will figure that out on his own. Yeah. You don't tell Dick how to be Dick.
No, it's like he's in the studio with us.
Yeah, but he so he's always conservative, and he was a Nixon person. But then, he would do these op-eds about like defending neo-Nazis and stuff, and not like saying like, hey, they're right, but like, hey, we're being a little hard on them, aren't we? And stuff like that.
I was like, why is Keenan being so hesitant? Why, I mean, given the political,
okay, yeah. He would be like, they're nice to me, or the white supremacists in Sandpoint, Ohio, they're all nice to me. I don't see what you're all doing up there.
So you're absolutely right. He would fit in with the MAGA crowd, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know why he's, I don't know.
Why he's not as loud as
right.
Yeah. Well, maybe he is, and we just can't hear him. Anyway,
I guess the last thing I had, the last thing in his Wikipedia article, as far as I could see, 23. Ben Stein released a video on Truth Social, wishing that the Aunt Jemima logo had come back. So that's the last thing.
That's what you're going to go out on, Ben Stein?
I don't see anything more recent than that. Yes. Okay.
Well, now all we have is his famous eye salve, Colurion.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, so apparently Laodicea produced Colurion.
Okay.
And when the city was destroyed by earthquake in 60 CE, it refused imperial aid and rebuilt itself with its own wealth. So this is kind of like a point of civic pride with them. It's like, we don't need no emperor. We can do this by ourselves.
We got this salve. That would make sense then why Jesus is saying that I'm going to give you a new way to see.
Yes.
Right? A new eye salve.
Yes. Yes.
Aha! It's not a metaphor.
Yep.
Well,
it is, but
right. But they're talking about you. You're famous for eye salve. This is
yes.
like in our Philadelphia. Like, hey, you're famous for these terrible sandwiches that Lester hates. I guess.
I didn't say I hated them.
No, you hated the Subway version of them.
I didn't say that either.
You said you tried it once.
Yeah, I tried it once.
It probably wasn't accurate to the real Philly
Probably
sandwich.
not.
Yeah. But anyway, so like, hey, you're famous for these Philly sandwiches, right? But if you believe in me, I'll show you the real Philly sandwiches.
Right.
I see now. All right, I get it.
So he's these are tailored metaphors. This is, he's doing some crowd work, and he has
That's right.
he has done his homework on each individual.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Now the city had one major problem. Ben Stein lived there. No. Bad water.
Okay.
So it had pipe water from hot springs 6 miles away, so that by the time it arrived, it was lukewarm.
Okay.
And full of minerals. It was undrinkable. Meanwhile, nearby Hierapolis had hot medicinal springs. These were very useful.
Okay.
And Colossae had cold, refreshing mountain water. This was also useful. Laodicea's water was neither. It made you want to vomit.
Okay.
So that's the lukewarm. So yeah, every person in John's audience would know about Laodicea, right? So this context is essential, right? And I imagine first readers would do that thing in that meme where they would throw down their hats and be like, "Oh, sick bird!"
Yeah, that sounds pretty sick, right?
Right. But yeah, so let's look at the situation. Laodicea receives the harshest criticism with no initial commendation. I almost said condemnation again. Commendation is the easier one to say, Lester.
Condemnation rolls off the tongue because we're so familiar with it.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so neither hot nor cold. It's lukewarm, right? This is not about emotional temperature of faith or passionate versus mediocre Christianity. The Greek psychros, cold, and zestos, hot, and klearos, lukewarm, directly references Laodicea's water problem.
All right.
So cold water is refreshing, very useful. Hot water is therapeutic, also useful. Lukewarm, mineral-laden water is useless, right? You spit it out. Emeo. Vomit, spew. Emeo.
Emit.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to do an onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
But no. So Jesus is saying, you're useless, like your water. Damn, Jesus. You're neither refreshing nor healing. You make me want to vomit.
This does remind me, now that our home state of Nevada, you and I, has become a...
home means Nevada. Home means the hills.
That's true.
Home means the sage and the pines.
Yeah, but now that it's become a battleground state in elections, every time there's like a debate here, a presidential debate or something, all of the newscasts are just filled with puns about, will Hillary roll the dice? Will she...
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Will she bust out, right? Who holds all the cards? And it makes me so mad. And they think that they're being so clever.
Looks like that was snake eyes.
Yep, exactly.
Because also rattlesnakes are indigenous to the Nevadan desert, and so this is like really, really funny.
Oh, yeah. They never reference our desert tortoises or
No.
our bighorn sheep,
right? Or Red Rock Mountain, or any of our like nature. We got beautiful nature, folks, that you can't see because you're too hungover. Yeah.
So anyways, they're doing that. They're doing this Jesus is doing pun work about the town he's talking about.
He is spitting some insults, and I'm kind of liking this, like in spite of myself.
Right.
Yeah.
He's spewing thee out of thy mouth. Right?
Yes. Right. So this isn't like I prefer passionate faith or outright atheism to mediocrity. It's you're providing no benefit to anyone. Right. Yeah. You're Belial. You're worthless. Yeah. Right. The quote, like, I am rich, increased with goods, have need of nothing, right? All of that. This is literally, true of Laodicea, the city. They're wealthy and self-sufficient, right? The Greek peploteka for when you have heartburn. No, peplautica. I'm trying to think, like prosperous, self-sufficient.
Peppy.
Okay.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah. Right. But like I have become rich, and peplauteo, right? I have prospered, right? This is our perfect tense, right? Completed wealth.
Okay.
right? So have done these things, right? But Jesus says they're actually wretched, right? Talaiporos, miserable, elienos, and poor, tokas. Isn't that Yiddish, like tukas?
Tukas is your butt in Yiddish, yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's tokos, like
With the P-T-E-S.
P-T-O-C-H-O-S, right? And blind, tiflos. And naked, gymnos.
Jeez. Yeah, well, gymnasium used to be a naked place.
Oh, yeah.
You'd only get to go to the gym naked.
Yes, right. And now you don't have to do that in gym class anymore.
Yeah. Well, now our gym gets mad at you if you wear jeans there.
Yes.
They stop you at the door.
Right. You can't do the shoulder press in jeans.
Right.
Even though you can. Because you're not wearing jeans on your fucking shoulders.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tell it to Mr. Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Freaking Planet Fitness. I'm not with Planet Fitness anymore.
Oh,
actually.
I didn't know. I'm sorry to hear that.
I went to Anytime Fitness.
All right. Well, there's Anytime Fish in the Sea.
Yeah. You know why I went to Anytime Fitness? Because you can go there almost anytime. Except when you can't. No. So yeah, this economic imagery is actually quite devastating. Buy from me gold refined by fire, right? So remember, they're bankers, but their wealth is worthless, right? Buy white garments, right? They manufacture expensive black wool, but they're actually naked, right? Buy eye salve, right? They make Phrygian eye powder, but they are blind, right? Yeah.
That's a pretty good diss. I like that one now that I understand it, yes.
So everything they're proud of is exposed as inadequate. That's the thing, right? Their wealth, their manufactories, their medicine, none of it addresses their real spiritual poverty, right? I stand at the door and knock, right? So in popular culture, this has become like an altar call image, right?
Right.
Jesus is outside your heart, waiting to be invited in. But in context, this is Jesus locked out of his own church.
Okay.
Right? The Laodicean church is so self-satisfied, so self-sufficient, that they've shut Jesus outside. He is knocking, asking to be let back into his own community.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting. I'm so familiar with this idea that it didn't even occur to me to read it the other way. My boyfriend Mark, I don't think he would be upset at me to share this. He is very anti-religion of any kind, and he talks about this idea that you have to let Jesus in. As if Jesus were a vampire. So he says, so his thing is like, what do you mean Jesus has to be let in like he's a vampire? So I'm so familiar with this idea, right, of Jesus is standing there like, let me in and there, but no, it didn't occur to me, right? He's being locked out.
Right.
And so it still works when you read it that way. It just never occurred to me. So behold, I stand at the door and knock. This is me saying, because you won't let me in.
Right.
If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me, but no one is letting me in. Is my addition there. Right. Okay.
I really like that. And it's not, the great thing is it's not like the exact opposite of the interpretation of today. It's just got slightly more context.
Right.
And it's like you've pimped out this church so much that you've like scooted Jesus out of it.
Right.
Right? Again, it's like the ship of Theseus. You've made all these improvements. Hey, it's a mega church now, and you've got like a giant screen, and the pastor comes down on a wire, and he plays a guitar that shoots fire, and now there's no room for Jesus.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So I really like that imagery. It's like, no, it's like it's not Jesus bothering people who don't want to be bothered.
Right.
It's Jesus literally being turned out homeless.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. So like a middle school dance, you've got to make room for Jesus.
Yes, there we go. But yeah, the promise, I will come in and eat, right? Diapneso, with him, right? Uses language of intimate fellowship, right? The evening meal, sharing food as friends and equals. Jesus wants fellowship with them, but they have to open the door. I like this too. Like we don't talk about this enough. Like we talk about, Jesus, the Lord, the Savior, the Conqueror. Like even this one, like has the sword and the fire eyes and everything like that. But like the idea that God said, okay, I'm gonna become human not to like rule over all of my human creations and kind of like bop them with my king scepter,
Right.
but like to like sit in these hovels with them and eat, like their gross human food and like just be in communion with them.
Right.
And that's
like what he literally did in the Gospels.
yes,
Right.
yes. And I feel like that is a side of Jesus, even though, like. We talk about it all the time, John 3:16. Yeah, like we quote it, we spit it, like so readily,
Right.
but we don't like actually think about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so we can quote all the time of the Jesus who said that he was the king and would be the king and etc. But yes, there's also this part of it where Jesus anoints the feet of poor people. That
You would
is
say, like in one of the it was in our Faust season when we meet Gretchen back up in heaven, and she's with Mary and with Mary of Egypt and all of these people, and you were saying like the last people that Jesus wanted to hang out with were like just regular people and even sinners.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, hey, why don't we have more of that, folks?
Well, John says no. John says the more important thing is faith.
Yeah. Well, I like this more modern scholarly interpretation. Yeah. But yeah, I also overcame, right? This is Enikisa, right? Again with the Nike, right? Jesus uses the same word, Nikeo, applied to the churches, right? He conquered how? Through the cross, through faithful witness unto death, right? That's the pattern for how they're called up to overcome, not through wealth or self-sufficiency, but through a dependence on God and faithful witness, right? And we talk about witness, like we keep on saying that word witness, like I witnessed it, and now what do I do? Like I think what they mean is like standing firm to the belief of what you have witnessed.
I think that is right. Yes.
Yeah, like standing by it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at what's really happening. So the Laodicean church has bought into the values of their wealthy city, right? They've accommodated so successfully that they have become indistinguishable from their culture, right? They're rich, they're self-satisfied, they're needing in nothing, right? They think that their prosperity is evidence of God's blessing, right? I can think of a few. Just look at any old Catholic church and just like the opulence and the gold trimmed everything, and just kind of like how palatial it seems compared to other denominations churches, right?
Yeah, I hear you on that, but I mean, I was first going to some of the mega churches like Joel Osteen's mega church, where those buildings aren't even open to the public in any way.
Yeah,
those giant buildings.
Yeah, so we have Catholic churches and then we have mega churches, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got these like simple, very modest, very earthy, down-to-earth churches. But yeah, Jesus says, your wealth is your problem. You're so comfortable, you don't even know you're spiritually bankrupt. You've locked me out. All right. Yeah. So this isn't about emotional lukewarmness. It's about a church so successfully accommodated to the empire and the empire's economy that they have ceased to depend on God. Yeah.
All right, that's really interesting. I didn't find any of that stuff about what they were really talking about with these three. So thanks, Lester.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the pattern across all 7 churches. Right? Remember them? We got Smyrna.
You're quizzing me?
No.
Oh, okay. I could not look and try.
I was trying to think of a melody like. Smyrna, Philadelphia, Pergamum, Thyatira, Ephesus, and Sardis, Laodicea. There we go.
You did it. Yeah.
Yay. Don't ask me to do it again. But no. Okay, so let's look at Smyrna and Philadelphia, right? Okay. They're similar. They are faithful under persecution, and they only get commendation. Right. It's like good job. Stay true. Keep doing what you're doing. Right.
Stay gold. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Pergamum and Thyatira. Right? They are faithful, but a little bit compromising, right? So they get a mixed review, right? And then we got Ephesus and Sardis, right? They are comfortable, but spiritually dead or cold, right? So they get mostly criticism, right? And then we get Laodicea, wealthy and self-satisfied. They only get criticism, right? So in a world of Laodiceas, be a Smyrna or a Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah, well, I've been to Smyrna, Tennessee. They seem pretty good. Right, yeah, I've been to Cheddar's.
How's their
Scratch
sandwiches?
Kitchen there. Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
They got a Wendy's.
Yup. Yeah. So, okay, so going through the whole spectrum of these, right? So the most persecuted to the most faithful, right? We go from Smyrna to Philadelphia, right? The most comfortable and the most wealthy to the most compromised is Sardis and Laodicea.
Okay.
Right? So the core issue, every church faces the same question. How do you maintain witness to Jesus as Lord in a culture that demands allegiance to Caesar and participation in the empire's economic/religious system?
Okay.
Right? So some are suffering, because they refuse to compromise, right? That's Smyrna and Philadelphia, right? Some are accommodating economically. This is Thyatira and Pergamum, right? Some are so comfortable that they've stopped being distinct, right? Sardis and Laodicea, right? And some have the correct theology, but they have lost the love, and this is Ephesus.
Right.
Yeah, right? So in every case, right, overcoming is with the word Nikeo or Nike, a variation of that, right? Conquering and or overcoming means maintaining faithful witness, right? In that specific context, not military victory, not even necessarily success by empire's standards, right? So we're not talking about like a wealth or riches either, right? Simply faithfulness unto death if necessary. That is the overcoming.
Again, like we said it last time, but it is a variation of hold on and wait. Like this will happen very soon, right? And then all you have to do is persevere.
Right. Stay true.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But yeah. So and these are the promises, right? Every promise to the people who overcome or the churches that overcome draws from the final vision of new creation. This is chapters 21 and 22 later on, right? So we got the tree of life, we got New Jerusalem, we got white robes, we got hidden manna. We have a new name. We have the morning star. Remember, he refers to himself as the morning star. We have pillars in God's temple. And we have sitting with Jesus on his throne. Yeah. So the message, what you're suffering for is worth it. Right? The kingdom you'll inherit is more real and lasting than anything the empire offers.
Right.
So bottom line, right? So the popular reading, right? These are 7 church personality types or historical eras, right? Lukewarm, not passionate enough, right? Rapture-proof texts are scattered throughout, right? The scholarly reading, these are 7 real churches in the 90s CE navigating the impossible pressures of living faithfully under Roman imperial rule. The spectrum from persecuted but faithful to comfortable but compromised shows what happens when Christians accommodate empire versus resist it. The consistent call, remain faithful witnesses, depend on God, not wealth. Hold on. Jesus is coming soon to vindicate you and establish his kingdom, right? These are the through lines, right? The warnings to Sardis and Laodicea are especially sharp, right? Comfort and wealth are spiritually deadly, right? The churches suffering the most, Smyrna, Philadelphia, receive the most affirmation. Success by empire standards often means failure by kingdom standards.
Now,
Holy kingdom standards.
Now, where in the Gospels does Jesus say that those who are the highest will become the lowest and those who are the lowest become the highest? Come on.
I mean, that's not anywhere that I remember.
But good.
It's all about subjugation of the weak.
Right. Well, don't worry. This Jesus will get back to that subjugation part.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for doing this, Lester. I had trouble with seeing some of this. Like, all I kind of see is, a more historical, like, after this view of some of these cities. So, like, in the Wikipedias and the Googles, I was just getting, like, where the ruins were and that kind of thing, which helps sometimes. But, yeah, this is really helpful. This is eye-opening.
Yeah. And I'm liking these, as I go and look more at these modern, scholarly, historical, contextual, linguistical interpretations, I'm like, oh, okay, this does sound a little bit more like the Jesus I like. And again, but interpretation is interpretation. Like we can interpret it any way we want. Right. But I'm all for interpreting, the peace and love from these passages, right? Whether it's there or not.
Right. Well, these 2 chapters, not a whole lot of devil in them yet, but starting next week, there'll be at least one beast.
At least one beast, and we're getting close to some horsemen.
Right. But that's the question that I'm going to have. Like, so there's somewhere between 1 and 4 beasts, I think. Maybe more. How many beasts are there? But so yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Some beastness. Is the beast the devil? I don't know.
Is this beast the devil? Like
Right.
we got 4. We might one of them might be, or 2, or 3, or all, or none.
Right.
It's like, what do you? Jesus comes out. It's like, what are you guys talking? Like, the devil is obviously Subway.
Unless they sponsor you.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway. Folks, this has been another episode of The Devil's Details. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can summon me on all the socials as Lester Ryan Clark.
I've been Keenan Diaz, and I made the mistake of Googling while Lester was talking how many beasts are in Revelation. This says 3. I just read in chapter 4 where it said there are 4 beasts.
Maybe.
I don't want to skip ahead.
Maybe the 4th beast. There were only 3 hoof prints on the sand.
Revelation 4:6. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal. In the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts, full of eyes before and behind.
No. You're thinking of different beasts. Those aren't the devil at all.
Those aren't beasts?
No, they're beasts.
Well, geez.
Those are like unto beasts of the field. It's like an ox or something.
Well, how silly of me to confuse the word beast with beast.
Beast, yeah.
Well, geez.
Now, are we talking about 4 horsemen, or are we talking about 3 horsemen and 1 horseman?
Well, now I just got angry in anticipation of next week. But okay, I have been Keenan Diaz, and you can invoke me on Instagram or Letterboxd if I show up next week.
Yeah. Maybe wait a week. Don't invoke him.
All right. As Howdy Keenan.
Yes, Howdy Keenan. Right. We got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. It's a community for all of our shows, including this one. Mm-hmm. It's a private group, but just request to join and we'll let you into the infernal family. We'll give you the down low, the 411.
The 4 beasts, 1 beast, 1 beast.
Yeah. Right. On how to survive the rapture. You just hang out because it's not gonna. It's already happened. You're stuck with us. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? We're not even asking for your souls. Just give us a 5 pentagram rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth, by word of sword mouth, or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, folks, until next week, love and hisses. Mwah.